Prada is in the news for the wrong reasons. It seems to be quite a reliable detector of scumbags in the entertainment circle. The most recent was Kim Soo Hyun, who was accused of causing the death of Korean actress Kim Sae Ron. So who are the cancelled ambassadors of Prada? Kim Soo Hyun. South Korean actor Kim Soo Hyun is now embroiled in a pretty intense scandal. It all revolves around claims that he dated the late actress Kim Sae Ron, who tragically committed suicide on February 16, Kim Soo Hyun's birthday. As more details have emerged, Kim Soo Hyun is now being blamed for Kim Sae Ron's death. The situation began to spiral when Garosero Research Institute released a video in which Kim Sae Ron's aunt claimed that Kim Soo Hyun and Kim Sae Ron were in a secret relationship that started in 2015 when she was just 15 and he was 27. They were together for 6 years until 2021. This shocking age gap and timeline has left the public reeling shortly after Kim Soo Hyun's pedophilia began trending, sparking widespread outrage. Many Chinese netizens even offered their solutions and thoughts with comments such as, "Physical removal of his penis is the best treatment for pedophilia. The best cure for pedophilia is a bullet. Seek medical treatment when you are sick. If medical means can't fix it, then legal measures must step in." And the call for cut it off for a permanent solution has also seemed to echo loudly across discussions. As if this relationship wasn't shocking enough, the aunt's revelation about the alleged gaslighting and manipulation of Kim Sae Ron plunges the scandal into an even darker and more disturbing abyss. In 2019, when Kim Sae Ron started his own management company, Gold Medalist, Kim Sae Ron pitched in to help a lot for free. She directed new talent and even gave acting lessons. But after they broke up in 2021, things took a turn. Kim Sae Ron got into a drunk driving incident, and while Kim Soo Hyun and his company supported her at the time, covering 700 million won, around $483,000 in damages, things got messy later on. Kim Sae Ron must have felt so lucky that even after the breakup, Kim Soo Hyun was still willing to help her in a critical moment. But little did she know that this kindness was just a facade of another nightmare waiting to unfold. According to the aunt, she was determined to work hard to pay him back. But after her contract with Gold Medalist ended, she was suddenly hit with a demand to repay 700 million won. She tried reaching out to Kim Soo Hyun, begging him not to sue her, but all her calls were ignored. In desperation, Kim Sae Ron decided to publish a picture of her and Kim Soo Hyun in an attempt to contact him, but she immediately removed it afterward. To make matters worse, the media got involved, and that gave Kim Sae Ron a fatal blow, pushing her one step closer to the edge of death. Eventually, the financial pressure, emotional strain, and negative reporting from the media led Kim Sae Ron to take her own life. Meanwhile, evidence of their 6-year relationship, such as the love letter to Kim Sae Ron from Kim Soo Hyun, text messages between them, and hundreds of intimate photos have also been revealed, solidifying this secret relationship. Based on all these, Kim Soo Hyun painted a good picture of the saying, "The deeper the love, the sharper the hate." And that's not even getting into the creepy part about his supposed feelings for an underage girl. In response to these allegations, Kim Soo Hyun's company denied everything and threatened legal action against defamation. Perhaps realizing that a complete denial would seem too unbelievable in the face of such solid evidence, they shifted to a different strategy. This time, they admitted to the relationship but conveniently altered Kim Sae Ron's age when the bromance allegedly began. They said that the two only dated from the summer of 2019 after Kim Sae Ron turned 18 until 2021. All the so-called love letters were distorted by the media, and the texts about the debt were just part of the standard company procedures. However, Prada doesn't seem to have enough patience for the ultimate truth. After all, it looks quite clear already that something evil and nasty persists under the seemingly loving face of the man. Right after the second response, Prada announced they were cutting ties with Kim Soo Hyun, ending a partnership that had lasted less than 4 months. Meanwhile, Chinese netizens on Weibo couldn't help but poke fun at the situation, joking about Prada's seemingly cursed choice of ambassadors. Prada must be crying while collecting penalty fees. Turns out the real business is collecting penalties. They have a talent for picking spokespeople. Every single one is a disaster. Honestly, it's just like my terrible taste in men. Kris Wu. Back in the day, it wasn't an overstatement to call Kris Wu one of China's first-generation A-list idols. With his good looks and cool persona, he had fans swooning left and right. But just as his rising fame seemed unstoppable, the internet dropped a bombshell. Allegations surfaced that Kris had lured girls into a sexual relationship under questionable circumstances. And that was just the beginning. As more details emerged, more victims found the courage to step forward, sharing their own stories and exposing his alleged misconduct. The scandal snowballed so fast that it eventually caught the attention of the authorities. On July 22, 2021, the Beijing police announced on Weibo, Kris Wu had been detained on suspicion of rape, and an investigation was officially underway. Almost overnight, his career imploded. Movies he was involved in were pulled from circulation, and every single brand, including Prada, he endorsed, wasted no time cutting ties with him. Yifeng. In 2014, Yifeng became an overnight sensation thanks to the drama Swords of Legends, solidifying his status as one of China's top-tier stars. Since then, his career has been on fire. Fast forward to 2021, and he landed a coveted endorsement deal with Prada, officially joining the ranks of the brand's ambassadors. But just 9 months later, everything came crashing down. On September 11, 2022, a Weibo post from the official Beijing police account sent shockwaves across the internet. The 35-year-old actor with the surname Li had been arrested and detained for soliciting prostitution multiple times. It didn't take long for netizens to confirm that the actor in question was none other than Yifeng. And just like that, his career and his title as Prada ambassador went up in smoke. Zheng Shuang. Zheng Shuang was once the dream girl in the hearts of countless fans, shooting to fame with the hit drama Live O2L. But who could have guessed that her career in life would spiral into such chaos? At the peak of her career, Zheng Shuang reportedly earned a jaw-dropping $22 million for just 77 days of filming. That's a daily salary of $280,000. But as her sky-high paycheck made headlines, so did the shady details behind it. Turns out she'd been evading tens of millions in taxes by setting up shell companies and using other questionable methods. Then, on January 18, 2021, her ex-boyfriend, Zheng Heng, revealed on Weibo a photo of himself with 2 children, exposing that he and Zheng Shuang had used surrogacy in the US to have kids. After the messy breakup, Zheng Shuang allegedly wanted nothing to do with the children, sparking outrage and accusations of abandonment. One scandal after another completely shattered her image as a top star. Just 8 days after Prada proudly announced her as brand ambassador, she was banned from public platforms, and Prada swiftly cut ties with her. Safe to say, Zheng Shuang holds the record for being Prada's shortest-lived ambassador, a title no one wants. Cai Xukun. Cai Xukun shot to fame after debuting on the hit Chinese entertainment show Idol Producer, and his popularity quickly went through the roof. What's interesting is that he didn't have any blockbuster TV dramas or movies to his name yet. With just a handful of dance tracks that his fans adored, he managed to maintain a nearly 4-year collaboration with Prada, starting in 2019, making him the Chinese celebrity with the longest-running partnership with a luxury brand. But in 2023, things took a dramatic turn when a woman who called herself Miss C claimed to have had a relationship with Cai and revealed that she had become pregnant. The story took an even darker turn when it was alleged that Cai's mother got involved. According to Miss C, Cai's mother not only pressured her to have an abortion, but also went as far as installing surveillance cameras at her doorstep to monitor and control her. When the news broke, Cai Xukun was immediately thrust into the spotlight for all the wrong reasons, facing intense public scrutiny and moral backlash. When the Miss C scandal erupted, many expected Prada to drop him immediately. But instead, the brand stayed quiet, only later stating that their contract with Cai had simply expired and would not be renewed. Red Velvet's Irene. 2020 was a rough year for the Korean entertainment industry, and Prada's ambassador roster took a double hit. First, Irene from the girl group Red Velvet found herself at the center of a major scandal. She was accused of workplace bullying after a stylist came forward claiming Irene had been hostile and even physically aggressive during work. The story blew up online, sparking a huge debate about workplace bullying in the industry. With public pressuring mounting, Prada didn't hesitate to cut ties with her. EXO's Chanyeol. But that wasn't the end of it. Later that same year, another Prada ambassador, EXO's Chanyeol, found himself in hot water. Netizens exposed allegations that he'd been involved in inappropriate relationships with multiple women and had engaged in casual hookups. The news hit fans like a tons of bricks. Chanyeol had always been known for his bright, boy-next-door image, and the scandal completely shattered that. While some argued it was just a messy personal life, Prada decided the risk to their brand was too high and quietly ended their contract with him. Thank you for joining us on this edition of Chinese Star Buzz. We would love to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to stay updated with our latest content. We look forward to seeing you in the next video.